Good, happy Saturday morning. I'm Riley King, and welcome to Good Morning, New Hampshire. Let's get started. First up, DOT crews remove middle section of Sour Midder Long Bridge. Let's take a listen to this video from WMUR News 9.
Well, Tom and Shelley, first off, let me just address the obvious. DOT has asked us to wear this protective clothing because we are so close to the work site. And right now, workers are working to cut through a couple pieces of metal. And once they get done with that, then they will be able to move the bridge, which we're told is about a half an hour from now. This is a complex process, and DOT wants to make sure they're doing it carefully and safely. Sparks are flying on the Sarah Mildred Long Bridge as workers from New Hampshire and Maine prepare to move one of its major parts.
It's a milestone in removal of the bridge. It's the first significant piece to be removed where it affects the navigational channel.
At 2 million pounds, 250 feet long, the center span of the bridge is supposed to be gone by Saturday. Department of Transportation workers are using the high tide to help get rid of it. The tide will move the middle piece off its bearings and then will be floated to the state pier. The plan was to remove it Friday morning, but all the preparations weren't done.
Very complicated, a lot of intricate work going into preparation for it. It's the primary focus is having a safe removal, so a lot of care is being taken to make sure everything's done correctly.
Eventually, the towers and the rest of the bridge will be removed to make way for the new bridge, which is being built simultaneously as the old one is demolished. The $158 million replacement project means jobs for up to 150 people a day.
Maine is administering the contract for this project. We took turns on the bridges. New Hampshire administered the contract for replacement of the Memorial Bridge.
The 76-year-old bridge had a mechanical issue in August, 3 months before it was scheduled to close anyways. The engineering feat is well underway, marked by this big step.
The project will be completed June 1st of 2018. The new bridge is, we anticipate, will be open to traffic September of 2017.
So again, once that piece of the bridge is removed, it's going to be brought right over to this area of the pier where it will be kept for the time being. By the way, river traffic will be able to flow through here again starting on Monday. Reporting live in Portsmouth, Mike Cronin, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that report. First responders honored at 2016 Congressional Law Enforcement Awards. Let's take a listen to this video from WMUR News 9.
Well, Tom, whether it was making a difference in the state's heroin crisis, saving a fisherman from a burning boat, or helping return a kidnapped teenage girl to her family, these officers received the thanks they seldom get. Applause for men and women who put on the uniform every day, never expecting a night like this one.
These guys deserve recognition because they don't get enough.
Joshua Ford is a fisherman forced to leap from his burning boat in Portsmouth as it ignited into flames this past Father's Day.
We hung onto the stern of the boat and each other so we didn't get separated, and luckily these guys came around.
Those officers happen to be conservation officers Dale Garak and Graham Courtney.
We're not here for recognition, we're not here for awards, but to hear someone genuinely who drove all the way up here to see the ceremony and to thank us in person, that meant a lot.
Tales of bravery and dedication to the line of duty were common Friday night, like the unique and now celebrated approach to the heroin crisis that Laconia police officer Eric Adams has taken, using his cell phone as a 24-hour hotline for addicts in their darkest hours.
It re-energizes me, when I get someone that tells me, hey, you saved me, you helped me. So gives me hope that, we're doing the right thing.
Meantime, this whole group, including state and local police, FBI, and Associate Attorney General Jane Young, were awarded for their investigation into the abduction of a teenager from North Conway that led to the arrest of Nathaniel Kibbe. That's why those whose lives have been saved, like Joshua, say it's so important to thank them.
They do it, and they don't complain, and usually they don't get recognition.
Very nice night there. 28 law enforcement officials were recognized in total, and 4 agencies were also awarded for their work as a unit. Live in the studio, I'm Charisse LeClaire, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Trial date set for Clinton office hostage taker charged with robbing bank. Let's take a listen to this video from WMUR News 9.
Indicted by a grand jury on bank robbery and drug charges, 55-year-old Leland Eisenberg is now before a federal judge.
The Hillsborough County Attorney's Office referred the case up to us, asked us to take a look at it, see if we were interested.
The case dates back to early August when Eisenberg allegedly went into the Citizens Bank on Elm Street in Manchester and gave the teller a threatening note. Assistant U.S. Attorney Don Feith says it's not uncommon for bank robbery cases to end up in federal court and says sometimes the penalty can be stiffer.
The statute for the bank robbery under federal court is a 20-year maximum by statute, and our guidelines generally are a little bit more significant than the state sentences are.
Eisenberg also allegedly had a small amount of cocaine on him. This is not the first time Eisenberg has been in trouble with the law. In 2007, he held police at bay for 5 hours as he held hostages in Hillary Clinton's campaign office in Rochester. He was released in 2009, but served more time for probation violations. He has only been out of jail since June.
When it first came to me, the name rang a bell, but I wasn't sure why, and then I realized why. We made our judgment just based on the facts of this bank robbery.
Leland Eisenberg pleaded not guilty to the 2 charges, and his trial is set for December. Reporting in Concord, Heather Hamill, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Two more women step forward with sexual misconduct allegations against Trump. 2 new women accused GOP presidential nominee Donald Trump of sexual misconduct today, adding to a growing list of women who have come forward with similar stories. Iraq PM on ISIS-held cities. We will go in soon. The countdown to retake the Iraq city of Mosul from ISIS has begun, but the fight for Hajjah, another ISIS-controlled city in nearby Karuk province, is among many other battles that are looming. And now time for your weather. Let's take a live look on your radar right now. And here is your radar. And as you see on radar, we have clear skies and a few little clouds up in the White National Forest, White Mountain National Forest. And now let's take a look at your weather on our weather system. Your weather on our weather system, your wind speed peak is 3 miles per hour, average is 1, current is 0 from the west. Your temperature is 33 degrees, humidity is 83%, your dew point is 29 degrees, your forecast is sun, and your pressure is 30.21. Now let's take a look at your next 7-day forecast. And here's a look at your next 7-day forecast. Your weather for today, cold AM, sunny, 58 degrees. And we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with more of Good Morning New Hampshire. Don't go anywhere.